Hey tech heads, Fina here. Are you interested in getting a BYD Seal? If so, then this video is for you. So I made this video for anyone looking to buy a BYD Seal to show you what's missing in the base Seal Dynamic trim versus the top of the line premium trim. And it's more than you'd expect. For example, a head-up display and 11 more features. So if you're ready, let's go take a look. Okay, so first up are the larger tires. So the Seal Premium has 235/45 R19 tires, while the Seal Dynamic will have 225/50 R18s. Now, I personally would not miss the larger tires. I actually prefer a smaller wheel size. I think it's more comfortable. Plus, of course, it has a positive effect on fuel economy, so I think that's wonderful. And as far as the wheel design goes, well, I'll be sitting on the inside of the car anyways, so whatever. That doesn't really matter to me. But what about you guys? Would you take 18 or 19-inch wheels on your Seal? Next, we have the Soundproof Double-Glazed Glass. So, do you remember how everyone raved about how much quieter the facelifted Tesla Model 3 Highland is in the cabin? Well, of course, it is because of its double-glazed glass, which is missing from the BYD Seal Dynamic. Thankfully, it will be in the Seal Premium. So this is one thing that I definitely would like to have. You know, what I love about EVs is that, or one of the things I love about EVs is how quiet they are. So I don't want to take away from that and have to listen to all that outside noise on the highway, for example, you know, the sound of the air flowing around the mirrors and such. Again, this is something if you're like driving around the countryside kind of slow, whatever, not a big deal, but on the highway especially, I think this would really bother me, so I would miss it. Number 3 is the head-up display. So a great head-up display right in the windshield would be something that I would definitely miss in a base Seal Dynamic. I think it's such a great thing, and actually, I'd like to have it standard in all cars as a mandatory safety feature. It's a pretty primitive device these days, but the safety benefits are huge. So I actually only have a cheapest version of a head-up display in my car now. It's the one that projects onto a plate in front of the windshield, and even that is really wonderful. So I love me a head-up display. In the Seal Premium, you do get one, and you can actually adjust the brightness and the height for different driver heights when you go into the infotainment system. So I think that's really great. How do you guys feel about a head-up display? Would you miss it in the Seal Dynamic? All right, moving right along, the number 4 feature that you might miss in the Seal Dynamic is the door mirror auto tilt function. So I personally do think that folding mirrors are great, but practically I do think you can live without this one. Maybe you would not agree if you, for example, have a very narrow garage entrance that you can't even drive into without folding the mirrors first, or something along those lines. But to me, they're definitely a nice to have, but not a deal breaker. You know, I do think it's a great indicator of when the car is locked. I also do know that some people in my area don't like to use this feature in the winter. They turn it off because they're afraid of damaging something with, you know, stuff frosting over. That has never happened to me. So I use the folding mirrors all the time, but if you're in a colder area, this might be something to consider. How do you feel about this? Would you miss these fold-up mirrors? Would they be a deal breaker for you? Number 5 is the door mirror position memory. So this is a very useful feature if you have more than one driver using the Seal. I mean, you know how it is when someone rearranges everything and then next time you're driving, you have to spend a long time adjusting everything back. So in the BYD Seal Premium, that's not going to be an issue, at least not with the mirrors. So that's nice. Next up is a genuine leather wrapped steering wheel. So personally, I don't think there's anything better than a genuine leather steering wheel. The feeling in your hand is just very distinct and a very nice, you know, feel to have. So if I had the option, I would definitely want the genuine leather wrapped steering wheel, and the Seal Premium has it. In the Dynamic, there is only faux leather, but that is still better than plastic. Number 7 are ventilated and heated front seats. So if you're gonna have leather seats, I think that you definitely want them to be ventilated because no one wants a sweaty bum in the summer. And you know, you don't want to be sticking to the seat. So the Seal Premium has these. In the Seal Dynamic, we only have heated seats without ventilation. Now, I remember in my old Volvo sitting on hot leather seats that have been sitting out in the sun, you know, if I was wearing a skirt or shorts, which often in the summer I was, sitting on those hot leather seats, like, it really kind of hurt for a while, so not very comfortable. Luckily, with the Seal Premium, you can pre-cool or heat in the winter, you know, both the driver and passenger seat from the app. So I think that's great. I think I would definitely use that a lot. I do like to have my seats heated in the winter, and if I'm gonna have leather seats, then in the summer, I definitely wanna have the option to ventilate them. How do you feel about this? Number 8 feature that you might miss in the Seal Dynamic is the driver's seat with position memory. So this, I think, is another must-have if the car is going to be used by more than one driver. It definitely goes great with that memory function of the mirror settings. So you no longer have to adjust to your partner's preferences because it takes so long to set everything back exactly how you had it. So I think that's wonderful. There are 2 memory locations in the Seal Premium, so it is just right if you share your car with your partner, for example. And honestly, I probably wouldn't be lending my car out to many more people anyway, at least not on a regular basis. So this is perfect for me. Number 9 is continuing in the driver's seat, and that is the driver's seat 4-way lumbar power adjustment. So the power adjustment lumbar support is another feature that you might be missing in the Seal Dynamic, especially if you have occasional back pain. It would be cool if it also had a massage function, but the BYD materials don't mention that. All right, we're in the home stretch here. Number 10 are genuine leather-wrapped seats. So in the premium trim, we also get genuine leather seats, which you might definitely appreciate, especially when combined with that ventilation. You know, that will make for a pretty luxurious driving experience. What do you think about this? Would you miss those leather-wrapped seats in the Dynamic? Number 11 is courtesy seating. And I have to admit that BYD really got me here because this feature is only available in premium. But honestly, I have no idea what it could be. Like better seats or more seats, or I have no idea. Maybe you guys know. If you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments because I was a bit baffled by this and I haven't found any clues as to what the heck this courtesy seating means. And finally, number 12, we have the fixed front brake calipers. So in the Seal Dynamic, we get floating brake calipers, but in the premium version, we get fixed front brake calipers. That translates into better braking performance, brake pedal sensitivity, and less pad wear. And that's pretty great, isn't it? So there you have it. Those are the 12 features that the BYD Seal Dynamic lacks when compared to the Seal Premium. So let me know in the comments, would you miss any of these features? Do you think that the price difference for these is going to be worth it? Definitely please let me know what you think. As always, please like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already, share with your friends, and all of that good stuff. Thank you for being here. It was great chatting with you guys, and I'll catch you next time.